traveler, Paimon. I suppose your story is ready.
Yep. How about you? Do you need some more time?
No need. I am also ready to tell my story.
Paimon calls dibs. Paimon first!
Please, go ahead.
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, there was an evil researcher who went into the mountains and did a crazy experiment on whopper flowers to transform to whoever spoke to them. They would ask some questions such as, "Who am I? Who are you?" If the bypasser got the wrong answer, the last sound they'd...
Ooh, truly frightening.
What the... You two aren't scared at all! Don't go nitpicking, okay? If you didn't like the story, go write your own!
In other words, the whopper flowers would ambush and then completely replace their victims.
And then what? Go back to where the person lives? Enter their home? Eat their whole family? Paimon made up this story, but now Paimon's the one who...
It's a good story. Oh, may I write it down? I may bring it up in future.
What for? Just to scare people with?
Yes.
You've got a real mean streak, Albedo.
Mine is a little longer than yours. A great alchemist once created Subject 1. Subject 1 was her proudest achievement, and successfully blended into human society. No one ever would have thought that this friend of However, unbeknownst to Subject 1, the alchemist had tried the same experiment many times before he had come into being. Subject 2 was one such failed experiment. He was swallowed by a great dragon that came to rest upon a snow-swept mountain. Many years later, he saw all kinds of people on the mountain, including Subject 1, who had somehow, miraculously blended in. Never in Subject 2's wildest imagination had he thought it possible for experimental life forms such as they to deceive everyone so successfully. This was what Subject 2 wanted. Now, all that Subject 2 desired was to replace Subject 1 and take the...
This is giving Paimon the chills.
Subject 2 began to unfold his plan. He stole Subject 1's books and notes and studied all that Subject 1 had learned from the... He changed his face into an exact replica of Subject 1's face. Then, he found a plant with mimicry capability. And so, not only did Subject 2 transform his own appearance to perfectly match that of Subject 1, he also created a third entity.
What? There's 3 of them now?
But Subject 2 wanted to become a perfected human. So, he erased a mark in both his and Subject 3's necks. In my view, it was probably a subconscious act, an instinct. He so desperately craved to become a perfect human being that he forgot something. Subject 2's plan was meticulously crafted. Subject 3 would draw Subject 1's attention. After Subject 1 disposed of Subject 3, he would assume the threat had now disappeared. The next moment that Subject 1 was alone, Subject 2 would make his move. He would eliminate Subject 1 and become the only one remaining. He would secretly replace the Subject 1 of everyone's memories and inherit his identity, residence, clothing, sword, name, and friends. People would have no idea that the individual they knew had become somebody else from one day to the next.
This is way too scary.
But just before Subject 2 could carry out his plan, a unique stranger entered the mix. Subject 2 tried to make contact with this person. What's wrong? Are you scared?
What happened then? What happened to the stranger?
He became a new stage in Subject 2's plan. One more person that Subject 2 had to... It's as if there were 3 identical roses in a garden. Only one of the 3 was a fine specimen, while the other 2 were defective specimens that bore... In all the world, only the gardener who tended to them could tell which was the good specimen. People do not like poisonous plants. Only a perfect rose can fetch a high price. If the inferior specimens wanted to conceal the fact of their worthlessness, they would have to take the gardener out of the picture. This is exactly what Subject 2 was thinking. So, he hid in the shadows and waited patiently.
That was intense! So what happened after that?
Fortunately, Meta is just a story. And even in this story, Subject 2 did not succeed. Monsters mutated with Durin's power and blood are also creatures of Rhine-Daughter, just like me. You must beware of all such creatures. I'm glad to hear that. It's okay. I know what I am. You and I are both different, so the only thing is that sometimes, when I think about how mighty the power of alchemy is, as beings who set foot in this world, how arrogant are we in desiring to control our destiny? Is creation an arrogant act, traveler? If not, why do we call the ones that created? If it is, then what qualifies us to call ourselves creators? How far must we take our reverence and respect? And nothing special. But whenever I think about it, I feel a twinge of grief.
Poor Albedo.
Hello? Traveler? Are you here?
Hey, is that Amber?
Thought we might find you here. We're here to deliver a message from Cyrus. There's gonna be a big event.
Winter camp is nearing its end. Apparently, even provisional.
Looks like we need to go, Albedo. Bye for now.
Then I won't keep you. I have some things to attend to here, so forgive me.
Don't worry about it. There have been no issues getting up and down the mountain.
Is everyone ready? Let's not keep them waiting.
Huh? Who is this guy?
Allow me to introduce Yozerv. He's Joel's father.
Dad, this is that traveler I was telling you about. The travel-
Joel has told me everything about you.
Wow, this is amazing! Wait a second. Why is Cyrus discreetly wiping tears away? And what if
Khaled is the hero of the hour this time. Go on.
Okay. The weather was fine on that fateful day, and I had a feeling that Lady Luck was smiling down on me.
Why does this sound so hard to-
But I had only been away from the group for a short while when I fell down a slope and just started rolling.
Uh-oh. Did my bad luck rub off on him when we ran into each other on the mountain?
The place I fell to was somewhere I didn't recognize, and I'd sustained a few injuries. I remember thinking to myself, Then I met Yozerv. He'd heard this.
Huh?
Wow, so it was-
I thought he must have been someone from the Adventurers Guild here for the event, but after a few words of conversation, it was clear that he was happy. The temperature was freezing, and there was no time to deal with all that there and then, so I convinced him to come back to the camp. We got back to the camp, ran into Joel, and the moment he saw him, he froze for a second, with this completely stunned.
My memory has still not fully recovered, but Joel and his mother, they are the only ones that I will not know, that I can't.
Daddy.
Daddy's right here, Joel. Daddy's right here.
Yozerf, don't you remember anything else at all? The poor princess, feeding the foxes?
I'm sorry. I have no recollection. Maybe it's because of the head trauma. I woke up and found myself covered in blood. My things were gone. I crawled into a cave and settled in for a slow recovery. After
Dad, I was so worried about you.
I'm all right now, Joel. Oh, don't cry.
Oh, this is good. This is good.
You know what, though? I definitely think my luck got worse after running into.
I knew it.
No, I just meant if it weren't for you. Besides, we got back safely, didn't we? So don't blame yourself. Maybe sometime.
Ballad. When did you become such a smooth talker, huh?
Huh? Am I? I was just telling.
Oh, yeah. I want to say thank you. You all helped look after me, and but I guess I can't take the snowman with me.
Oh, I can help with that. One moment.
Huh? You...
Here, take this. It's powdered rime. Just add it.
Wow! Really? Dad, I have an unmeltable snowman!
How can I ever repay you all? Thank you all. Thank you.
Dad, I want to go move the snowman.
Okay. I'll be leaving with Joel now.
Very well, very well. It's time for Pallid and I to have another discussion concerning his breaches of adventurer discipline.
Huh? But Cyrus, I think I kind of.
See you guys!
Oh, I made this for you and Amber. Think of it as a winter souvenir.
Aw, are you sure? This must be...
Come on now, just take it. No.
Wow! Now our snowman won't melt.
You're welcome. Just keep it. That's all. Amber and I have some business to attend to now. See you later.
See you! Everyone's gone. Oh! You know what? We've been on Dragonspine all this time, and maybe we should try Timaeus again.
Traveler and Paimon, what can I do? Wait a minute. You've got that mischief.
Timaeus, will you help us?
Well, if the Traveler isn't really interested, then,
No, but Paimon-san said...
In the time it would take me to research something like that, I could probably pick...
New research project, Timaeus? We meet again.
Oh, Albedo, thank goodness. So the situation is, Paimon wants a machine...
Majorly important, that's what it is. If you can manage to invent...
That's impossible.
Turning fruit into juice is not hard, but keeping it fresh is more... Right, Traveler?
What about his neck?
What's wrong? Is there something on my neck? From the look on your face, it's as if you thought I...
Albedo, you were saying, how do you stop fruit?
Well, one way would be to bury your fruit on Dragonspine.
But then Paimon won't be able to eat that.
You could always live on Dragonspine.
No, too cold.
Or you can give the fruit to me, and I would take it to... But since you don't like the cold, this is where you come in, Traveler.
Suddenly sounds a lot more feasible with other people doing all the...
Fruit buried on Dragonspine will stay fresh for much longer. Who knows? Maybe the next time you visit, it will have grown into an orchard. You can water the trees...
No way! Then Paimon will have to be a gardener. That's not the goal.
Oh? Well, I don't think being a gardener is so bad.
Albedo! Stop trying to get your hands on Paimon's super... Of course it bothers Paimon! They are the rarest super...
Okay, but they're just Sensetias. When someone's pockets are full, and their spirit is fulfilled, they don't easily fall prey to this kind of yearning.